Good afternoon, everybody. George Anthony here from Brainstorm Fitness, and I've had the pleasure of having my good friend and colleague Anthony Carey, who is the founder of Function First and also the inventor of the Cortex, which you all have seen me using quite a bit. One of the things we wanted to touch on today is pain and what causes pain, how does pain present itself, and why it doesn't have to be a limiting factor for exercise, right? I think the majority of the population has to deal with some type of chronic pain, whether it's from an injury, whether it's from whatever their daily routine may consist of, and they just choose to accept it. They just say, well, I'm in pain and I just have to remain this way, and I'm stuck in this groove and it limits me from doing the things that I love to do or the things I need to do. And that's really not the case. So I'm gonna have Anthony talk a little bit about pain itself, or what causes it, how it might present itself, and some of the ways that we can kind of combat it and really be able to remove it from our daily coping mechanism, and also why it might prevent us from being able to do the things we enjoy doing.
Okay. So pain is a human experience that we all have. And notice I use the word experience and not a sensation, and that's because it is actually ultimately determined by the brain. And so if we had chronic pain, which is anything that's been 3 months consistent or 6 months intermittent, there's actually changes that happen to our nervous system, and it becomes more sensitized. In other words, it's like we have a lower threshold before pain kicks in. The beauty of that, though, is that as humans, we have the capability of moving, right? And if our nervous system or our brain associates specific movements with pain, they become threats to the brain, and they continue to produce the pain all the time. So one of the great things that we're able to do here, whether it's sort of a more remedial level with people that higher level of pains or people that have the aches and pains that they just are nagging, is that you add variability to what you're doing with your movements, and you kind of rewrite the script of what the nervous system is used to. And because it's constantly taking information from what we call the periphery, so that's your muscles, your tissue, anything that away from the spinal cord, and it sends information up to the brain. And if it thinks that it's bad, the brain's going to say, hey, we got to protect you, and you're going to start to experience pain there. But if we do something that's not familiar to it, which is why all this kind of tools that we use here through Function First and Brainstorm Fitness is about creating that variability and adding options to the nervous system that it doesn't associate with. And of course, that's all got to be scaled based on how much pain the individual is suffering, right? So the folks I see tend to have a lot more, so we start at a lower level. Folks that come in here for workouts are looking for something that challenges them in a way that's not going to just continually load the same structures over and over again and then associate that with that same old pain pattern.
And sometimes that can be really, really simple, right? So if someone comes in, for instance, and they say, well, my knee hurts when I walk upstairs. Sometimes it can be as simple as changing the direction of which you climb those stairs. Simply because we're very, very accustomed to doing things a certain way. Sometimes it has a very, very, very rudimentary solution, right? And it can be as simple as just saying, hey, I just want you to turn your toe out slightly, and now the pain goes away. Because we get so accustomed to being stuck in these grooves, and that's part of the reason that we've equipped Brainstorm Fitness in such a way, is that it brings that variability that you mentioned, right? So it might be something that's completely new to your movement system and your nervous system as well, to the point that you're able to now increase your functionality, right? And that's kind of that's part of our ethos here, is being able to actually do things, right? So come check us out at the end of the day, regardless of if you suffer from chronic pain or something, or a specific move that hurts you, or whatever the case is, and any of these limiting factors that might prevent you from doing the things you enjoy doing or the things that you need to do on a regular basis, we're able to really explore different pathways and attack those things from different angles, and really be able to get people to move better, feel better, and be more functional in their daily lives. Right? So you guys are welcome to come see us. We're at 3425 Fifth Avenue here in San Diego, California. Anthony has been a huge proponent to all of this, and we're able to really meld all of our ideas together and provide the best quality product and service for you guys here in San Diego. All the world around, people have been coming to Function First and seeing him for what he does, and we're really able to program that into our exercise patterns and programming and classes as well. So you all are welcome. Come see us anytime.
See us.
Hope to see you all soon.